Emma had always been fascinated by the idea of exploring the world. At just 20 years old, she had a deep passion for travel, fueled by the stories she read in books and the pictures she saw in travel magazines. She dreamed of visiting new places, meeting people from different cultures, and experiencing the wonders the world had to offer. Among all the cities she longed to see, London stood at the top of her list. As a child, Emma had spent hours poring over maps and reading about faraway places. London, with its iconic landmarks and rich history, had always held a special place in her heart. She imagined walking along the River Thames, standing before the towering Big Ben, and marveling at the grandeur of Buckingham Palace. The thought of exploring the British Museum and strolling through the lush greenery of Hyde Park filled her with excitement. She often told her best friend, Olivia, about her dream. "I want to visit London so badly," Emma said one day, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "It's an amazing city with so much history and culture." Olivia smiled and encouraged her. "You should go, Emma. You're young, and you love adventure. There's no better time than now." Inspired by Olivia's words, Emma decided to turn her dream into reality. Though she felt a little nervous about traveling alone, the excitement of the adventure outweighed her fears. She knew that this journey would help her grow as a person, teaching her independence and confidence. Determined, she began planning every detail of her trip. Emma sat down with her laptop and a notebook, eager to organize her itinerary. She made a list of must-visit places and began researching flights, accommodations, and budgeting for the trip. She checked her passport to ensure it was valid, booked her plane ticket, and reserved a cozy hostel in central London. She also looked up transportation options, making sure she knew how to navigate the city's buses and underground trains. The days leading up to her departure were filled with excitement. She packed carefully, making sure to bring comfortable clothes, a sturdy pair of walking shoes, and all the essential travel documents. Her parents, though slightly worried, supported her decision. They reminded her to stay safe, stay in touch, and make the most of every moment. Finally, the day arrived. Emma woke up early, feeling a mix of nervousness and exhilaration. After a quick breakfast, she double-checked her packing list before heading to the airport with her parents. They hugged her tightly, wishing her a safe and wonderful journey. The flight was long, but Emma kept herself entertained by reading, listening to music, and watching movies. When the plane began its descent, she looked out the window and saw London's skyline come into view. Her heart raced with excitement. She had finally arrived. Emma took a taxi to her hostel, her eyes glued to the city through the window. She marveled at the historic buildings, the red double-decker buses, and the bustling streets filled with people. When she arrived at her hostel, she checked in and found her room to be small but cozy. She quickly made friends with her roommates, who were also travelers from different parts of the world. They shared stories about their adventures, and Emma felt a sense of camaraderie and excitement. Eager to explore, she woke up early the next morning and set off on her first adventure. She visited Big Ben and the Tower Bridge, taking countless photos to capture the moment. Standing before Buckingham Palace, she watched the changing of the guard ceremony, fascinated by the tradition and precision of the soldiers. In the afternoon, she wandered through Hyde Park, enjoying the fresh air and scenic beauty. She sat on a bench, observing people jogging, playing with their dogs, and relaxing by the Serpentine Lake. For lunch, she decided to try a traditional British dish. She found a cozy cafe and ordered fish and chips, savoring the crispy golden batter and the perfectly cooked fries. She also had a cup of English tea, feeling truly immersed in the local culture. The days passed in a blur of excitement and adventure. Emma explored the British Museum, marveling at the ancient artifacts and historical exhibits. She rode the London Eye, taking in breathtaking panoramic views of the city. She visited Covent Garden, where she watched talented street performers and indulged in delicious pastries from a local bakery. Determined to experience more of England, Emma took a day trip to Cambridge. The train ride was peaceful, and she enjoyed gazing at the picturesque countryside. In Cambridge, she explored the university's historic buildings, wandered through beautiful gardens, and even went punting on the River Cam. She felt inspired by the academic atmosphere and the stunning architecture surrounding her. Of course, not every moment of her trip was smooth sailing. One day, she got lost while trying to find her way back to her hostel. Panic threatened to set in, but she took a deep breath and asked a kind local for directions. With their help, she safely found her way back, learning the importance of always carrying a map. Another day, she was caught in a sudden downpour without an umbrella. Soaked and cold, she ducked into a warm cafe, ordered a hot chocolate, and waited for the rain to pass, laughing at the unexpected adventure. One of her most memorable experiences was attending a traditional West End theater show. The performance was mesmerizing, and she found herself captivated by the story and the actors' talent. Another exciting moment was joining a ghost tour, where she explored old haunted sites and listened to chilling tales about London's mysterious past. Though a little scared, she enjoyed the thrill of the experience. As her trip came to an end, Emma felt a mix of emotions. She had fallen in love with London and had made unforgettable memories. On her last night, she walked along the River Thames, gazing at the city lights reflecting on the water. She felt grateful for the adventure and all the lessons she had learned. The next morning, she packed her bags and headed to the airport. As the plane took off, she looked out the window, watching the city fade into the distance. She knew this wouldn't be her last trip. Her love for travel had only grown stronger. Back home, she shared her stories with family and friends, showing them pictures and souvenirs. She realized that this journey had changed her, making her more confident, independent, and eager to explore the world even further. London would always hold a special place in her heart, and she knew that this was just the beginning of her many adventures to come.